Deals on the food you love.
So to start off this horrendous and despicable ad, you have this horrible and murderous looking dad with evil eyes, and then you have this pale looking and vampire man looking child. And then if you look in the back, you see the color orange. Now what does the color orange mean? It could probably mean prison, and that means they could probably be trapped inside of a prison right now. And if you look out in the window, you see a purple dark abyss. So that means there might be no escape for any of them. And the child is the youngest, so he might have the most potential to escape.
The deals that make you boogie.
See, so there is a theory that I made up, and that's the cube theory, and that means that the colors of a room means what might be happening. And the room is red right now. In the movie Cube, red means bad, so this means something bad and something demonic happened bad in this room. The guy might have actually killed his own son for the child to actually escape the prison island, and that's pretty sad and pretty crazy. And he's showing this disgusting look of no remorse after he probably killed the child. Now, other YouTubers have already said this, but he never actually takes a bite of the chicken sandwich. So this possibly means that if he killed his own son, and he might have put his own son in the chicken sandwich, and he didn't eat the sandwich for a reason, and that's so he didn't want to eat his son and disrespect it any more than he already did. But he's still doing his victory dance, and he still killed a child. And that's just not okay, man. That's not pretty progress or anything. That's not gamers at all. And also, if you look down at his socks, he has cheesy socks. And people believe that the moon might have been made of cheese. So that means this dude might actually be a moon man. He might be an astronaut. He might be living on the moon or something. That might be cheese that he dug up on the moon. And this might actually mean the second coming of Neil Armstrong, the reincarnation of him built in this animation. Now, if you look at the dad again in the background, you see him doing this weird, abnormal, and gross dance. And it doesn't even look normal at all. It looks like he's levitating off the ground. So maybe another reason why he might have killed his own kid is to become a god. He might have inhaled the powers of the kid, because he might have been the only chance of escaping, but it possibly didn't work because the levitating didn't really lift him up that high. So maybe consuming the blood of the youth probably didn't work. If you look on the left, you see this hillbilly looking dude, but what kind of hillbilly is he? The hillbilly from Dead by Daylight, possibly. I'm not sure, but he looks quite a bit like him. And if you look on the right, you see this alien looking woman, and this might actually be an undercover alien looking at every human ever, and they might be disappointed, so they just dated the scum of the earth, the hillbilly that murdered many people. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. The aliens come to earth and they date a hillbilly that killed their own father and stuff. So here, if you look at her eyebrows, they're actually black, but her hair is blonde, so this might actually mean she might be a cancer victim that is bald right now but is wearing a wig, or she might be a flippin' ghoul from Fallout 4 and might have been exposed to too much radiation and got rid of all of her hair and made her look like that. Now this is one of the more mentally scarring parts of this commercial. You have this, well, it doesn't take a detective to make out that she's actually kind of pregnant. So you got this pregnant woman that's doing this crazy gymnast stuff and probably killed her own child with a huge V trigger to the stomach and just penetrated the kid, and that's pretty gross and disgusting. Why would you do that? Why would you kill your own baby? And also, she probably broke all of her bones, and also she has a very weird hand. So maybe she might actually be a super mutant from Fallout 4. So maybe this is a Fallout 4 connected universe. Now here is where all these murderers come by. You got the hillbilly that murdered a whole bunch of people. You got an alien that probably abducted and killed many people. You got the salad fingers, which probably killed many people in the army or something. You got the milkshake woman that killed her own baby, and you have the hunchback, which probably killed his own son. And you see that the dad looks like a hunchback, and you see that the hillbilly broke his own back. So that might actually mean that the dad killed his own son and broke his own back too. So that's pretty odd. Why would you do that? And you have the milkshake lady. She looks different. She has a different facial structure. She looks Korean. So that might mean that they sold the little kid to Asia, and the alien's right there making her second appearance. And that means maybe when the little boy was sent off to Asia, he might have also been abducted by aliens. So he was kidnapped 2 times, and that's pretty sad. But at least he escaped the prison, possibly.
Get the food you love with perks from Grubhub. Grub what you love.
Now you can see that the dad is actually pointing to the kid. So this is probably what meant that the child was actually the chosen one. The one to be chosen to escape the prison. And to escape, he had to become Grub. And he seemed to successfully escape though, which is good for the kid. But the bad thing is that the adults are all stuck on the island. What do you think they'll do? They'll just be eating Grubhub for their entire life, and I'm not really sure if that would be too great. They'll probably starve to death because Grubhub doesn't always deliver on time and stuff, so they would probably be dead in a few days. But this is probably the child's victory dance after escaping Grubhub Island, and I respect the kid. He actually survived. He escaped. What a legend. I think he deserved to leave it. But yeah, this is victory dance. He deserved that victory.